This is Trisha from Tribe to Village. This is our tribe, our village, our family. Thank you for joining me today. And today we're talking about rest. Now, what is rest? Rest is any behavior that is restorative or, taking a break or stopping from the stressful or strenuous activity. That is rest, something that resets and rejuvenates you, allow you to come back stronger and better. And, recently Teyana Taylor shared on her Instagram that she was forced to rest. Her body forced her to rest. She recently had to cancel a show on her tour, and she even said her team tried everything to get there on stage, because one thing she doesn't want to do is disappoint, honey. She does not want to disappoint. So she was doing everything she could to get on stage, but her body was like, it's not happening today, not today. And she found herself resting in the ER. You don't have to wait until the ambulance takes us to the ER. There are things that we could do before we get to that stage. Right? We're part of that grind culture, the hustle just keeps going, and you feel like, nobody will outwork me. Sleep is for losers. Like, no. Guess what? One of the major benefits to rest is it actually increases your productivity. So if you're out here and you're like, I gotta meet this quota, I gotta do this, that, and the third, I gotta hurry up and meet this deadline. Like, yes, you have your responsibilities, but at the same time, if you don't schedule in time to rest, you're not gonna be as productive as you thought you would be, right? And then on top of it, resting also helps to increase your memory as well. So if you're doing all of these things for the grind, for the hustle, if you're not resting, you're gonna forget. You could forget very important details, and rest also helps to increase your mood, to improve your mood. And that relates to a lot of things too when it comes to hustling and grinding. You have to be able, we're so interconnected, you have to be able to relate to people, to read the room, to read between the lines, Communication takes so many different forms. But if you're not rested, and your mood is going to be all over the place, and you're going to be cranky, you could have brain fog, and all of that could affect your interactions with other people. So if your goal is to be a hustler, resting could help improve your ability to network. It can help improve your memory, your overall productivity. Like that's like check for somebody who wants to, keep hustling. And overall, it reduces stress. How many of us are just like in a constant, this is a very stressful time. There's a lot going on in the world, right? And especially when we're working, right? Teyana, she was doing shows back to back, this and that, running to go see her hubby to perform Dancing with the Stars. He won, by the way. But, she was just constantly on the go. Many of us, we're constantly on the go too, especially if you're in a city where things like New York, the city that never sleeps, there's always something going on. And even if you're working from home, you're hustling from home, your own business, whatever, remote work, that's a whole added stress within itself, because it seems like there's not a break, because people feel like they have access to you. They can email you at any time, expect you to get on the Zoom at any time. Like, there's not a break. There's not a break between a boundary between home and work life. All of that could be very stressful. And then when you internalize that stress, we know one thing about stress we know is that stress kills. So it's important to rest so that your body could heal, so that your mind could reset and have time to slow down and just disconnect. And believe it or not, is when you rest that your mind, like, a lot of things are a bit clearer, right? You have this space and less distractions. So now you could be more creative, or you could get answers to things that you were pondering about earlier. like allow yourself that mental rest, that mental space to receive the messages that you were just too distracted to receive prior, right? And then also resting allows you to improve your immune system. Now, that's a big deal. Even before COVID, we need a very strong immune system, and resting allows your body to rebuild and, be in its optimal state, And then, but then you say, okay, how am I supposed to rest? I got things to do. Teyana has shows to perform. Right? I have to do X, Y, and Z. When am I going to find the time to rest? Well, like we said before, rest is anything that's restorative to you. Rest doesn't only mean sleep. Sleep is very important, and you should aim to get a good amount of sleep every night. But sleep is a form of rest, but it's not the only part of rest. You could do anything that helps you reset. So it could be, going for a relaxing swim or a walk, or just listening to soothing music or doing yoga, whatever helps you to slow down and to separate from that stressful activity, separate from that thing that has your stress levels elevated, anxiety up through the roof. Whatever you could do to reduce that is an activity of, rest. Reading a book, anything, talking to a friend, or just powering down is powerful. Turning off, I know it's hard. Turning off the electronics, disconnecting, even being in a dark room is not depressing. It's just, calming down in an overstimulated world. That could be a form of rest. But I would love to know, how do you rest? Especially when you're pressed for time, how do you rest? Share some of those activities with us in the comments. And with that, I'll leave you because I gotta go rest myself so that we can continue to elevate and grow together. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, share, and hit that notification button if you haven't already. Until next time, bye. Mwah.